Let's take a deep dive into the tragic story of Michelle Wie, an extraordinarily gifted young golfer whose immense talent was exploited by those around her, people who should have protected and nurtured her instead. This is a tale of promise, pressure, and heartbreak. Michelle burst onto the golf scene as a prodigy. At just 13 years old, she wasn't playing in junior tournaments. No, she was competing in men's events and holding her own against seasoned professionals. She even did the unthinkable. She put that in perspective. While most kids her age were running around playgrounds, was it the media who prematurely crowned her the female Tiger Woods? Or was it something closer to home, her parents and management, whose greed and missteps may have destroyed what should have been too quickly? The story often doesn't end well. Stay with me through this video and you'll see exactly how Michelle navigated the challenge. Michelle Wie's story begins in the picturesque landscapes of Honolulu, Hawaii, where she was born in 1989 to South Korean immigrant parents. Golf was in her blood. Both parents were passionate about the game. Her father was a respected University Hawaii professor and accomplished golfer himself, and he took on the crucial roles of mentor, coach, and caddy throughout her early years. Meanwhile, her mother was a real estate agent and a former amateur women's champion, having won the title in 1985. From the moment Michelle first held a club, her talent was undeniable. By age 4, she was already smashing drives that flew an astonishing 100 yards down the fairway, far beyond what most kids could even dream of. She was beating her own parents on the course well before she even hit double digits in age. By the time she was 10 years old, Michelle was already making history. She qualified for match play at the prestigious U.S. Women's Amateur Public Links, becoming the youngest ever to do so. Her victories quickly followed. At 11, she won the Women's Stroke Play Championship and triumphed at Hawaii's most esteemed women's amateur tournament, the Jenny K. Wilson Invitational. Michelle's dominance was clear. She won the Hawaii State Women's Open in 2001 and 2002 by a staggering 13 shots, showing she was not just a child prodigy, but a force to be reckoned with. In 2002, the stakes were raised even higher. On the cusp of adolescence, Michelle qualified for the LPGA Tour's Take Fuji Classic, making her the youngest golfer ever. Balanced her academics at Punahou School, a prestigious private academy in Honolulu with intensive golf training. In spring 2002, she moved to Florida to train at the renowned David Ledbetter Golf Academy, taking her skills to the next level. By 2003, at just 13 years old, Michelle entered her first major LPGA Tour event, the Kraft Nabisco Championship in Rancho Mirage, Florida. She dazzled with a third round 66, tying the record for the lowest score ever by an amateur at an LPGA Tour event. Although a final round of 76 pushed her down to a tie for 9th place, her top 10 finish sent shockwaves through the golf world. It was a crystal clear indication of the bright future ahead. Later that year, she became the youngest winner ever of the WAPL Championship, cementing her place as a record-breaking phenomenon in the sport. But Michelle wasn't done. In the spring of 2004, she returned to the Kraft Nabisco Championship and outdid herself, soaring to a remarkable 4th place finish, surpassing her own performance from the previous year. Then, in June, she joined history as part of the youngest ever U.S. Curtis Cup team. The team's average age was barely 18. With Michelle standing 2 years younger than her teammates, this remarkable group traveled to northwest England and ended a British and Irish dominance that had lasted since 1996, bringing home the coveted Curtis Cup. The future was dazzling bright for Michelle. Fans adored her. The golf world was captivated by this fearless young talent. At just 14 years old, as an amateur and sponsor exemption, Michelle Wie made her debut at the Sony Open in Honolulu, her first two missing the cut by just one stroke. Her second round became and remains the lowest single round by a female golfer in PGA Tour history, a record she matched 2 years later. In all, she played in 8 PGA Tour events as an amateur or sponsor exemption between 2004 and 2008, including multiple Sony Opens, John Deere Classics, the '84 Lumber Classic, and the Reno Tahoe Open. Despite her strong debut, she never made the cut. Though she came closest in her first 2 outings, she also withdrew once due to illness. Yet controversy soon followed. The USGA granted Michelle a special exemption to bypass qualifying and compete in the US Women's Open. This move stirred heated debates among professionals and fans alike. Many argued that such exemption should be earned the hard way, not handed out, and whispered that financial incentives from sponsors and ticket sales were behind the decision. Michelle didn't waste time responding. She let her golf do the talking, advancing through rounds and finished tied for 13th place. The doubters were silenced. Her place among golf's elite was well earned. With amateur success came the leap to the professional stage. Just shy of her 16th birthday in October 2005, Michelle took a bold step into pro golf. She secured lucrative sponsorship deals with giants like Nike and Sony, reportedly worth a staggering $10 million a year. Her professional debut at the Samsung World Championship in California was thrilling but controversial. She finished 4th, set to collect her first big payday of $53,000, but was disqualified for signing an incorrect scorecard due to a disputed drop from the bushes on the 7th hole. Despite this setback, her talent and potential remained unquestioned. Michelle's path was anything but smooth. It took until late 2008 for her to earn her official LPGA Tour card after passing the grueling qualifying school. In 2009, she captured her first LPGA Tour victory at the Lorena Ochoa Invitational, a moment that reaffirmed her enormous promise. Her stellar play at the Solheim Cup further showcased her talent on the world stage. Heading into the US Open, the expectations were sky high. Michelle had won many times as an amateur and shattered records, yet one crowning achievement eluded her: a major championship title. She finally delivered, winning the most prestigious trophy in women's golf. Shooting 2 under par, she was the only player under par that week, edging out runner-up Stacy Lewis. Michelle's story seemed to be reaching its fairy tale peak, but as quickly as her star rose, it began to fall. How could someone so gifted struggle so dramatically within just a few years? The answer lies in poor coaching and mismanagement. Michelle's coaching became a disaster. The natural, fearless player who had conquered courses as a teenager was replaced by a golfer burdened by too many swing thoughts and technical instructions. The legendary David Ledbetter, who had once nurtured her, flooded her mind with countless adjustments, disrupting her natural rhythm and instincts. She stopped swinging freely and started overthinking every single move. Her parents, too, may have played a harmful role, constantly hovering, unable to give Michelle the space to grow independently. Their involvement may have suffocated her potential. Beyond those pressures, Michelle's body betrayed her. Injuries plagued her, causing brutal ups and downs in her career. After her major win, victories became scarce, with only one additional win before a serious wrist injury in 2018 forced surgery and drastically limited her schedule. The struggles culminated during the 2019 KPMG Women's PGA Championship. After 9 months away from competition, Michelle returned to the course but struggling mightily. A disheartening 84 in the first round at Hazeltine National was more than just a poor score. It was a reflection of physical pain and emotional exhaustion. She was done. The fire inside had dimmed. Michelle made the painful decision to step away from competitive golf for nearly 2 years. It was a difficult period filled with harsh criticism, scrutiny from the public and media. Even former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani drew attention for his inappropriate remarks about Michelle during a 2014 charity event, commenting on her putting stance and attire in a way that sparked controversy and outrage. Michelle responded quickly, calling his comments highly inappropriate and unsettling, and reminded the world of her undeniable skill, highlighting that she once shot a 64 and beat every single male golfer in that tournament, leading her team to victory. Despite the darkness, this break was a time of personal growth and joy for Michelle. It was when she met Johnny West, son of NBA legend Jerry West. Their connection was instant and magical, leading to an engagement just 3 months after meeting. In 2019, they married in an extravagant ceremony in Beverly Hills, and 9 months later, Michelle gave birth to their daughter, McKenna. Michelle returned to golf at the Kia Classic, but missed the cut. The sport she once dominated was no longer her sole focus. Balancing injuries and family life, Michelle announced her retirement from competitive golf before the 2022 U.S. Women's Open, signaling the end of an era with that tournament as her final competitive appearance. But Michelle's journey did not end on the fairways. She transitioned into entrepreneurship and investing, channeling her energy into growing the game and supporting the community. She helped launch the Mizuno America's Open and invested in various companies, including Casa Ol, a tequila brand, Tanal, a fitness equipment company, Sportsbox AI, an artificial intelligence sports technology firm, and most recently, the Los Angeles-based TGL franchise. Gone are the days of the spotlight and controversy. The latest news? This January, Michelle put her sprawling mansion in California on the market for $6.5 million. This luxury 6-bedroom, 7-bath estate sits on 1/3 of an acre and was purchased by Michelle and Johnny West for $5.7 million in late 2021. Clearly, golf paid off handsomely for Michelle Wie. If you love uncovering the stories behind the professional golf tours and legends like Michelle Wie, make sure to subscribe for more in-depth profiles of the game's greatest stars. And don't forget to leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and hey, keep it in the short stuff.